Hello, it's the Cry Lady. Now here's a couple of weird and disgusting things that Pammy, the toxic granny, did. Now Pammy, the toxic granny, is my ex-mother-in-law. Anyway, when I had to move to Devon from Hampshire, my eldest son was determined to stay in Hampshire because he was at college and he also had all of his friends there. So fine, that's okay. And the offer to come here to Devon to live with me was always open. It was always open, okay? Get that clear. So anyway, because he had autism, I arranged through Gospel Social Services that he would have a support worker for a short period of time to help him out, and he did. So in between him having to leave the flat that his father had rented, and his father had decided he didn't want to rent a flat anymore, was going to make him homeless. In between that and him getting a one-bed flat, Pammy, the toxic granny, said, "Oh, well, he can come and stay with me." And also Poison Dwarf, his aunt, said, "Yes, he can come and stay with me as well." Well, when it came to literally the day that he had to leave the flat his father had rented, Pammy basically said, "No, he can't come to us." "Oh, no, he can't come to us." And what did Poison Dwarf say? "Yeah, no, he can't come to us." No, they didn't care that their 18-year-old grandson who had autism was going to go into a hostel, okay? And it was so scary for him there that he basically spent the whole time either in his room or just out. He didn't go into any of the communal areas because he was worried. Now, bearing in mind, he could come here, and I repeatedly said, "You can come to me," but he was determined to stick it out, and he did. Anyway, he did get a one-bedroomed flat, and one day his support worker came over, and it just so happened that Pammy turned up, and Pammy, the toxic granny, was stood in the flat and saying, "Well, it was a terrible thing that he had to leave the flat, but my son Jambles, he just wanted to sell the flat." Sell the flat? How could he sell the flat? He didn't own it. He rented it. And the other thing as well is that my son's support worker, Sherry, knew this because she'd been liaising with the letting agent. What a disgusting, disgusting old woman. The lies of a